All right, shalom, shalom, boys here. Well, out in the morning, getting after it. About to get on my bad boy mower to go ahead and mow this grass because, in spite of the fact that I have sheep, uh, areas need to be mowed. Certain weed species need to continue to be cut down so that they don't propagate. But I wanted to talk about this morning was something very important because see, not only is this situation with Rufus uh, tragic, but it's a good case study to understand how things work and how men operate. People are not hard to figure out when you pay attention to them, when you watch them over a course of time. And I'm a people watcher. It fascinates me to see the progression and the evolution of people. I've been in organizational politics since I was probably 13, 14 years old. Like I said, before I was even able to join the military, I was doing planning and had budgets. Could you imagine having a cell phone when cell phones first came out, when flip phones first came out, and beepers and stuff like that? Hey, we had it good. Let me tell you, from 14 on, I had it good. But uh, what I wanted to talk about in particular, because people say, how is it that Pastor Rufus was able to infiltrate Straightway? Uh, and it's very simple. It's very easy to look at his videos um, on how he described and how he exalted Pastor Dow over the years. I mean, and this is why it's so beautiful. And this is a good case study. People need to study this stuff. It needs to be shared. It needs to be understood because men are fallible. Men are uh, uh, infiltratable because Satan knows how to get at you. If women is your weakness, that's how he gets at you. If vanity is your weakness, that's how he gets at you. Pride is your weakness, he'll create the situation necessary in order to exploit your weakness. And so, with that being said, how did Pastor Rufus infiltrate Straightway? Simple, vanity. He tapped into Pastor Dow's vanity. And that's how he was able to elevate when he was never a leader to begin with. See, when a man gets up and every time he does a video, he exalts a man and tells him that basically he is just the most infallible, greatest thing since sliced bread, and that he can do no wrong, and he should be worshipped, and everybody should be because see, that was the overall message. And it's the fact, it's the truth, it's out there. Come on now. That was his message. Okay. And you know how you know it was all lies of Satan? When a disagreement took place. When a disagreement took place, that's how you know he was nothing but a stage playing hypocritical liar from the very beginning. He didn't believe anything that he said. All he did, because he was such in a damn impoverished state, and he looked at and he analyzed Pastor Dow and said, well, you know what? Because there was no one that was doing it before him. There was no man that was doing it before. He was the first person that I ever seen got up and kissed Pastor Dow's ass like I've never seen a man, because I mean, he was just full on in it because he knew that if he would exalt this man would give him power and position eventually. You see? That's what the game was about. That was the angle that he was playing the whole time. And that yielded him, and that put him in a situation of power. It put him in a situation of authority, what he didn't realize himself, that he was nothing but an indentured servant to Pastor Dow. He was literally Pastor Dow's slave, because Pastor Dow put him in a house, gave him wives. You see, he didn't get it of his own volition. He didn't give it of his own. Anything that Pastor Rufus has accomplished during the last 14 years, he didn't do of his own will. He did it at the behest at the organization and facilitation of Pastor Charles Dow. You see, that's how it works. That's how Satan operates. That's how and see, from a spiritual lens of discernment. And this is why I always go over and over again of why it's so important to see the spiritual discernment. Anybody seeing this man can clearly say, when somebody's bigging somebody up that hard and that consistent, Satan is involved. You just know Satan is involved, because no man with any level of dignity, self-worth, or pride would do that. None whatsoever. Not any real man that I know. No real man that I know does that shit. But this is how Pastor Dow was infiltrated. And look at the result. Look at the result. Look at the situation right now. Look at how Pastor Dow views him now. Look at a lazy ass, slothful man, because it's a fact. A morbidly obese lady. You see why now on his videos he wears baggy clothes, because he doesn't want to show his physique. He's a morbidly obese man. Lazy man. Fact. Out of Pastor Dow's own mouth. A user and a thief. A dishonest man. Out of Pastor Dow's and out of the elders and out of the people that testified against, out of their own mouths. Out of their own mouths. Is it beautiful? When the truth is revealed and Satan is exposed for the devil that he is. So, in short, as James said, vanity, vanity, all is vanity. That's how he was able to infiltrate Pastor Dow. That's how he was able to manipulate the situation for so long. Because when you have a man that has no dignity or integrity whatsoever, that's what he does. He gets up and he exalts. So if you ever see somebody getting up, this is the greatest man that ever lived, and this and that. Oh, you said, do you know 7 billion people on the face of planet Earth? Do you know them all? So you've been able to critique, or just because you got access to YouTube, that you got access to all of the people on the face of planet Earth? It's sickening, it isn't. When you think about it, it really is sickening. When you feed an ego like that, what do you think is going to happen? It was a perfect symbiotic relationship. But I tell you, the first disagreement, first one, you see how Satan operates? You see how a stage playing hypocrite operates? It's sad. It really is sad. But hey, when you've accumulated all this power and authority, you know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, the damage is done. It's done. It's there. You know what I'm saying? But, and this is why I speak past people like Rufus. You know what I'm saying? It's for you folks to understand and to study these things and to understand how Satan operates. How does he get at people? He finds their weakness. And what was Pastor Dow's weakness? Vanity.